Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. In this video, we're going to look at Kim Kardashian's week. Kind of got off to a rough start, I think, with the Met Gala. That dress looked really tight. It looked really awful. But over the weekend, she had gotten booed at Tom Brady's roast. So nothing like going to a roast and getting roasted yourself. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner for over 35 years. And in this video, we're going to take a look at Kim Kardashian. So she had kind of a rough few days. Actually, she had a few rough weeks. In late April, she did break up with Odell. And so she is single and ready to mingle, maybe hot girl summer, not so sure. She looked amazing at the Met Gala. There's a lot of mixed reviews about her dress. Her waist was too small. She's doing too much Ozempic, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Oh, and I've got happy birthday at the bottom of the screen. Let me fix that. Entertainment purposes only. Please like, share, and subscribe. So, I think she is an archetype of her own design. That super, super hourglass figure. I think she looks amazing. She's a fixture, having shown up on the red carpet at the Met Gala while she was pregnant, I believe, with North and with her former husband, Kanye West. She's been a fixture there. My thing with the Met Gala is it is art in motion. You're supposed to be in a piece of artwork. These aren't costumes that you would wear to your cousin Joey's wedding or your Aunt Tilly's 50th wedding anniversary. You just wouldn't wear them. They're pieces of art that we are supposed to look at and admire. So with that in mind, I'm not really freaked out about the construction of the outfits or the revealing nature of some of these outfits. I think it's really important to keep in mind the environment, the venue that we're seeing different outfits. Now, Kim had attended the Met Gala after going to Tom Brady's roast. And at the roast, she was booed horribly. There was a lot of jeering from the audience. And she did have some funny lines written for her. She had some funny jokes at Kevin Hart's expense. Just really, it was, a good effort on her part. Has the clock kind of run out on the Kardashians? There was a lot of brouhaha about the sweater that she had on the red carpet at the Met Gala. I thought it looked good. I actually really liked the outfit. I thought she looked phenomenal. And then there's some speculation as to why she skipped out on the after parties. So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to see what kind of advice we can give her, what she can do to either stay the course or improve her image. If she was kicked out of the Met and that's why she hopped on a plane and went to Germany, we'll take a look at all that. So let's pull up the card view. And as always, thanks so much for being here. It's my favorite part of the day. You guys are my favorite part of the day. You know what? I used to say that all the time when I still had my corporate job. And now I have such a great work-life balance. Like, no offense, but my favorite part of the day is spending time with my family. No, I love spending time with you guys too. This is, I'm very fortunate and very, very grateful for each and every one of you because it does give me the opportunity to bring this to all of you. And that being said, if you would like your own magical reading, if you need some direction in your life, you can contact me at FortuneCookiesTarot.com. There's a link to schedule a reading with me, or you can email me at FortuneCookiesTarot.com. Either of those contacts, you can get in touch with me and get some of your own guidance. So I hope to see some of you privately. Well, let's see. How's Kim doing? Let's go in chronological order. Let's see how she's doing since the breakup with Odell. they were just on different paths, just really on different paths, not headed in the same direction. There's something about his level of security that was a little bit different from hers. Concepts of what a relationship should be, what we ideally want them to be. So I think she really felt like there was a bit more playing going on than actual securing and being part of a family. So that's okay. You know, sometimes we have to break up with people because their goals are not in alignment with ours. It's totally fine. You know, everybody, we do it all the time. You know, unfortunately, I think she's going to jump back into the dating pool with the same demographic that she's looking for, same type of person. And we do tend to date very similar individuals. We have certain likes. Some people like blonde, some people like redhead, some people like Spanish guys. You know, she's going to kind of stick with that same type. And I don't think that that's going to really get her into a family type of situation. It is going to entertain her and keep her busy on the weekends or maybe on Thursday night when you watch movies, but it's not really going to satisfy that family itch that she has. But I don't think that that family itch is as itchy as some other people. So dominant energy here. She's got a lot of work to do. I think the split from Odell was not the worst thing in the world because she is a very busy professional person. She has a lot going on up here with different business ventures, different ideas. And, you know, there's not a lot of time to invest in a relationship. You know, where your attention goes, that's where your energy goes, that's where things will grow. So if we're constantly focused on managing a relationship, managing a partnership with someone, then we can't really distribute our energy into business ventures, things like that. So I think that this is a good move. I don't think it was like a fiery, crazy, I'm throwing eggs at your car kind of breakup. I think it was just a matter of course, you know, we're just not on the same page. We just can't really continue with this. So, you know, sorry, not sorry. I think she's fine. Is it going to be a hot girl summer? Let's see. Playa. No, it's not really just playa. That's so she does have a lot of work things that are going on, but this summer she is going to take care of herself and she is going to focus on family, focus on the kids. There's going to be a lot of fun with the kids this summer. They are going to travel and they're also going to staycation. I don't want you to think they're just going to travel, but there's going to be a lot of staycationing. There's something about a trip, I think, to like Israel or something that it was planned some time ago. Someplace, maybe it was Dubai, someplace in the Middle East that's getting changed because of the situation that's going on there right now. Obviously, it's not the easiest place to travel to at the moment. So I think that's a trip that is postponed, but there is a plan to do a lot of travel, to do a lot of fun things with the kids, really sink your teeth into that summer vacation. So good for her. I think that's great. She's going to be traveling with sisters. Even though we get this lover's card, it's going to be business plus family. Okay. So the lover's card, a lot of the time is businesses moving together, partnerships, forging in business, that kind of thing. So this, I think, is a good thing. She's going to take time off from work, but it's going to be really kind of dipped into her family trip. So family heavy, work light is what her summer is going to be. So good for her. I think that that's great. And we are going to now take a look at this booing that she got at Tom Brady's roast. And as always, you guys know that I am queen of the sloppy shuffle, hashtag sloppy shuffle. You get at least one a week with me. So that was my sloppy shuffle of this week. So the Tom Brady roast. How is she feeling after that booing? How is she feeling? Can't feel great. Oh, good for her. She is just moving on, but it must be moving on. She's not bothered. So I think initially it was a little bit shocking. It was like, oh, I can't believe people are talking to me like this. But the reality is that she's taken some slings and arrows herself over the course of her career so far, and she's just going to deal with it. She does have some biting responses, I think, probably on one of the social media platforms. She's going to give some biting responses to it. I think she's formulating some funny quips that are going to be a little bit gnarly. So good for her. I like that. That's a good attitude. In the face of terrible things, sometimes you do have to embrace humor. But she's just going to move off this. It's not going to be a big deal. She's not going to be bewildered by it. She's going to remember that she does have millions and millions, not to quote The Rock, of followers. And that the reality is when you're out in the public sector, you're going to have to deal with some negative blowback. Myself, a lot of YouTubers, we deal with a lot of negative blowback. Sometimes you get somebody in the comments and they go, "You're not a real psychic. You're not even doing any predictions." Sometimes you have to deal with that. Sometimes you get people that totally are opposed to the reading that you're doing, and they yell at you. They tell you you're getting it wrong. It's just the way it is. You gotta have a little bit of a thicker skin, or you gotta understand that sometimes people are going to disagree with you. And when those people are in my comments, I usually say, "Oh, I hope you have a better day." So I try and be nice. I'm not passive aggressive. I try and be nice. Under the surface, she thinks that the situation was poorly managed, that really should not have been managed that way. I did hear through one channel that they had erased the booze off one of the recordings for this. So if that's true, pretty neat there. Over here, slings and arrows, just kind of dealing with that. So what's the best way for her to navigate through this? Best way, not to be stressed out about it, to just keep moving on with her new projects, with that Ace of Wands, Page of Cups, and Page of Swords. Lean into the fans that love her. Lean into the platforms and the feedback that's going to be good for her. So, get into that, really embrace that dominant energy. We're going to be hurt sometimes. Allow yourself to feel the hurt and then move forward, just like this Fool, nonplussed. You're not going to worry about what anybody says. So I think that's good advice for her. Just let it roll off like a duck, which reminds me of one of the Met Gala dresses that she wore, which was one of my favorites. It was this wet look dress, and it had beading that looked like drops of water. It was like a flesh color, absolutely stunning, gorgeous, flawless figure on her. The one thing I didn't like, I don't like the wet look hair. She had the wet look hair. I don't like the wet look hair because I was fashionable in the 80s, and everyone did like this slick back wet look. So let's talk about the Met Gala. How was her reception at the Met Gala? Her dress was fabulous. I'll put it in the thumbnail. I thought it was beautiful. Her waist was impossibly thin, but there are plenty of people that have impossibly thin waists. I was one of them back in the day, had a very, very thin waist, and a very curvy figure, but hard work, lots of effort, little bit of assistance from wherever you can get it from. If you've got the means, you can obtain that kind of figure. But let's see how her reception was at the Met Gala. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. I did not expect that. So, oh my goodness. It does not look like this was a great experience for her. It does not look like it was I'm very surprised to get this, because I thought that this was going to be kind of a nothing burger, and it was like, it was like totally fine, Met Gala, yada yada yada. So she looks like she had anticipated a very different reception than what she received when she got there. I think it was, she's not the belle of the ball. Now, the clock is always ticking. We're always burning daylight in Hollywood. You know, they're always looking to recycle the celebrity du jour. And, you know, I don't want to say that her time is up, but I do think that we're burning daylight on this one. I do think that. So this 9 of Cups in reverse, she just didn't get the reception that she wanted. And so she did go into a little bit of a manic kind of phase there, and perhaps had overexposed herself in terms of glad handing with some people there. It just looks like that may have been what happened. You know, was it, I'm just going to pull some extra cards. Was this in response to her not attending? Yeah, there was some bruised feelings about her not attending the after party. I think it was to the effect, like, if you're going to come, then you have to come to the parties after. You have to be part of the event, part of the whole event. I think that is really what we're looking at here. I think there was some attitude of she kind of hoodwinked people. So I don't know. Perhaps she had said she was going to do the after party and then said no at the last minute. But it looks like the Emperor was not too thrilled with her. So I do think maybe Anna Wintour, Madame du Jour, had some issue with it. You know, with this home card underneath, she definitely thought that this was an acceptable circumstance, that she was going to walk the carpet and then not go to the after party. I think she thought that that was acceptable, and unfortunately, I think the powers that be thought that it wasn't. Is this going to affect her attendance moving forward? Does she have to be worried about this? She's a great feature. All the Kardashians are a great feature at the Met Gala. Kendall, like, shaved off her eyebrows one year. It's wild. Wild. That is my word for 2024. She is going to be viewed a little bit differently moving forward. It's almost like she's going to be judged on everything that she does over the next 12 months or 11 months, whatever. I do think that it's going to turn out just fine for her, but I think they're going to watch her to see if she is still a person of note that is worthy of going to the Met Gala. What should she do in the meantime? Just keep on keeping on. There's that Sun card. Glad hand, smile. Don't cause any ruckus. Just let people know, listen, I'm working. I have things that I have to do. My family, I have to take care of them. It's really, you know, it's just about, you know, the balance of life. It's really about the balance of life. She's going to have to play this very innocently, like, hey, I was doing what I had to do. I'm really sorry. I hope, you know, this doesn't, no hard feelings in the future. So, you know, I think that's how she needs to play this to make sure that she can secure that invitation for next year. This 4 of Wands says that she probably will, though. So I don't think we're going to see the last of Ms. Kardashian anytime soon. Well, that was fun. Like I said, I don't think that she was escorted out, and that's why she hopped on the plane and went to Germany. I think she had the plans to go to Germany and she left, and I think some people were not real thrilled about it. So, but it looks like everything's going to be okay. She's going to have a great summer. She's going to spend a lot of time with her kids. She's going to do a little bit of work. She's going to infuse work into her playtime. So I think it's going to be great. And as far as her being too thin, I don't think she's too thin. I think she had an incredible corset on. The dress looked like it hurt, but, you know, Kim Kardashian has not been above laying down in a car to get to an event. So, you know, again, the dresses are costumes. They are artwork. You're wearing artwork. So you want to present that artwork in the very best way. I think they had her hop up steps one year. Pretty wild. But you can see her dress in the thumbnail. She looked amazing. And I hope she has a great summer. I hope she has a great time with her kids. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Please like, share, and subscribe. And again, if you want to get your own reading with me, you can book one down below. I'll talk to you all soon.